Hey traders, so in this video, I'm going to be backtesting two types of indicators 100 times in one video, the KELTNER channel and the ICHIMOKU plus KELTNER channels. And at the end of the video, I'll reveal how much profit I made and all the data so that we know, is the KELTNER channel actually a good indicator? So I won't be wasting your time explaining the calculations and the codes of the indicator because that's not going to make you money. Instead, I'm just heading straight into the backtest. So let's start with the fun stuff. The first indicator that I'm going to be backtesting is the ICHIMOKU plus KELTNER channels. So if you open TradingView, you would want to choose this one, ICHI-KELTNER. I will also leave the link to the indicator in the description below. Alright, so first of all, do not let the looks of the indicator scare you away. The indicator may seem messy and complicated, but it's actually very simple. So basically, the indicator is just a combination of the KELTNER channel, Bollinger Bands, 5 EMA lines, and the ICHIMOKU cloud. So, as promised, I'm not going to explain to you the technicals and the codes of the indicator, because the indicator already has a built-in signals that tells you exactly when to enter and exit a trade. So it's pretty self-explanatory. If the indicator displays a long signal, it means you are taking a long position. And if the indicator displays a close entry long, it means you close your previous long position. And if it displays a short signal, it means you open a short position. And a close entry order short means you close your previous short position. And if it displays two signals in one candle, it means you need to do both, like this scenario. This means that you close your previous long position and you enter a new short position at the same time. So in this backtest, I'm not going to add any extra rules. I'm just purely following the signals that the indicator displays. So I'm going to be testing three different pairs: the US dollar Swiss, the pound yen, and the Australian New Zealand dollar, all with a 30-minute time frame. So for backtesting, I'm using this Excel sheet. You can download it free with the full instructions, link in the description below. So I'll start with a capital of $1,000 using 200 times leverage per trade. However, each trade, I'm only risking 2% of my total capital. So without further ado, let's start backtesting. So this is what 30 minutes of backtesting looks like in 30 seconds. You can skip to the timestamp shown in the screen to see the results. So after backtesting the ICHIMOKU KELTNER channel 100 times, we received a win rate of 43%. But before I reveal the profits, this strategy took 20 months to reach 100 trades, which is very long. Most indicators averages around only 6 months to reach 100 trades. So after 20 months and 100 trades, we received a loss of $1.61. After 20 months worth of trades, we lost $1. I have mixed feelings when backtesting the strategy, because at the start of the backtest, we actually made so many profits. Our all-time high even reached 1,609, which means at one point we profited over $600. But for some reason, it all started to go downhill, and we received loss after loss after loss until those $600 profit turned into a $1 loss. So there are a couple of pros and cons using this indicator. The pros is that you sometimes receive huge wins like this trade because the indicator rarely displays a signal, so each trade can last up to weeks before closing. Like this trade, this was an 8-day trade resulting in us about 242 pips profit. On the contrary, you will also take heavy losses. Like this trade, it went downhill for 16 days straight before the indicator displayed a close position signal, resulting in us losing a massive 256 pips loss. So the solution to this is to add a target loss. So a target loss is when you set a limit for your loss. So let's say 40 pips. So if a trade loses 40 pips, you close the trade automatically. This way, you can minimize your loss and not get hit with massive losses like this. However, there are also times where a trade goes against you, but then reverses after, like this trade. If you would have put your max loss to 40 pips, which is around here, it will close your trade early and you will miss this rally opportunity. But if you don't put a target loss, you will end up losing tons of money like this trade. So each strategy has its own pros and cons, and it's all up to you to use which strategy. I suggest you backtest using your own methods and try to find which is the perfect combination for you. So the next indicator that I am backtesting is the classic Keltner channel. So the Keltner channel is an indicator with upper and lower bands which adapts to changes in volatility by using the ATR. So it consists of 3 separate lines. The middle line is an exponential moving average, and the 2 lines is based on the ATR. So the Keltner channel can be used to signal possible price breakouts, show trends, and give overbought and oversold readings. But you have to use different techniques when finding each one of these, because there are a lot of ways that you can utilize the Keltner channel. So for the price breakout technique, you can use it by waiting for a candle to cross above or below the ATR lines. Or you can use it like the RSI, by waiting for the price to hit overbought and oversold levels. So you can backtest all the different strategies on your own, but in this video, we are exclusively backtesting the price breakout technique. So the price breakout technique is very simple. If a candle closes fully above the ATR line, you take a long position. But remember, the candle's body has to close fully above for you to take a long position. So candles like this doesn't count. And you take a short position when a candle fully closes below the ATR line. But for this backtest, I'm going to set a target loss and a profit target. So my target loss will be minus 13 pips. So if a trade reaches 13 pips loss, I close the trade automatically. And my profit target will be 26 pips. So I'll automatically close a trade if it reaches a profit of 26 pips. So now that you know when to enter and exit, let's get straight with the backtest. I'm also doing the same settings for the backtest. I'll start with a capital of $1,000 using 200 times leverage per trade and only risking 2% of my capital per trade. And I'm trading the USD Swiss 30-minute chart. So here's a time lapse of me backtesting the strategy. You can skip to the timestamp shown in the screen to see the results. So after backtesting the Keltner channel 100 times, we received a win rate of only 31%. And even though it took only 4 months to reach 100 trades, we still managed to lose $57 from this strategy. And even with the very small largest loss of only $6 and the largest win of $10, we still lost money because the amount of losses, even though they're just small losses, they accumulate and become a much bigger loss. When backtesting, I stumbled upon a single problem using this indicator. So when the indicator gives a wrong signal, it often makes a chain reaction and will display more false signals after that. Like this trade, notice that it gave a short signal and the price reverses upwards. But when the price is already upwards, it displays a late long signal. So the price reverses down again. And when the price is down again, it displays a short signal and the price reverses upwards again. So it does that continuously until finally the loop is stopped with this trade. But regardless, we still lost so much money from these false signals. And if it wasn't for our minus 15 pip stop loss, we would have lost much more money than this. So is the Keltner channel a bad strategy? No, it's not. The breakout technique is a bad strategy, but not necessarily the Keltner channel itself, because like I said, there are other ways to use this indicator. So I suggest you try backtesting it yourself, and maybe you'll find some hidden gems. I just made your job easier by showing you the techniques that doesn't work. And now, it's up to you to backtest the others that do work. So if you found value from this video, do me a favor of liking the video and subscribe to the channel. It literally takes only 2 clicks, but it means so much to me. Be sure to check out my other videos as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.